Hello, everybody. And by everybody, I mean Andrew and Hillary.
Yeah.
Hi.
All that matters.
And also, hi, if you are watching this on the Twitch or the YouTubes, welcome. Today, we've had some technical and human problems, so we're down to 2 brave souls. It's okay, you two are my favorite.
It's us.
Don't tell Dave and John.
Yeah.
Finally time for John's characters to die.
That's right. Today is the day, episode 7, in which all of John's characters die. Say goodbye to Chunk Flunkins, everybody.
I mean, Chunk Funkins was in safe hands with me, but now it's just Andrew. I don't know.
Andrew, PC murder.
Andrew's the brawn one of this group right now.
It's true.
It's a reference that no one who's not currently playing this game understands, but that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
It's fine.
My character section is getting really full of corpses.
Yeah.
True. Yeah, that is very true. Yeah. So just for today, we're short a couple of players, but that's okay because of the nature of the game. We can turn over some characters to you two. I was thinking like 3 and 3 maybe. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
One of mine is dead, so I'll just not roll a new one.
Yeah, that's fine, and we can always pull in a new one for you. Okay, cool. Yes, thanks as always to Martin Pater for the art that is currently replacing Dave and John. Though I think that it's technically Dave and one of your characters' portraits, but you know how it is.
Yeah, I don't think any of Dave's characters have died yet.
I mean,
No,
he
not
had
Dave.
his
Sorry, that any of John's characters have died yet.
No, he's still on Chunk and Hawthorne.
John was responsible for the death of an NPC, but yeah.
That's true.
Okay, well let's take it over to our Roll20 screen here, and we'll divvy up the characters.
Yeah.
So okay, so you
we
have
rolling for
Hillary, you have Ingrid and Thistle, so you can play those two, and then Andrew, you can play Leanna.
Good, because that's my character.
And then that leaves Hawthorne, Chunk, the Shadow, and Rolf to take along.
We should each get one of each of their characters.
Yeah, I mean, Hillary, you only need one character, so should we just roll randomly for the characters?
Sure.
Okay, so
I'm fine with it.
there's 1, 2, 3, 4 characters up for grabs, so one will not be used. Can someone roll a d4, and that'll determine which one we're not using? So who's not coming along on this adventure?
All right, I got it.
Okay.
Okay.
Rock and
You
roll.
typed faster than me.
2. Okay, so that means the Shadow. The Shadow will not be attending.
Just lurks right off. It's fine.
Yeah, so brave.
That's fine. That'll soothe poor Dave's heart.
Yeah. All right. So the Shadow is safe for now. Okay. Do you want to, Hillary? Do you want to roll first? Actually, I guess you're getting 2, Andrew. Why don't you roll? You roll first, and then Hillary, you can roll for yours.
Roll a d3, I guess.
Yeah. Roll a d3. Okay. So Rolf is your first temporary character for today. Also, can I don't know if you can see this. Well, you'll be able to see when I turn over the character. Dave has put under Dungeon Master the words butt face. So that's nice. Thanks, Dave. You bastard.
I think if you
Wow,
look
the shadow
onto
just
my-
died off screen.
Yeah, weird. The Shadow just got... Yep, he just died.
Yep.
Large animal fell on him. He was kicked by a horse. Okay, so Rolf... is going to be turned over to Andrew temporarily for today.
Do you guys remember my first character's name?
Your very
No.
first character? Bartleby?
Bartleby the Marginal?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking at his character sheet now, and it has some asshole for the
Oh,
thing.
good. Fantastic. Y'all are the best.
Mine are nice.
I appreciate that. Okay.
I
So,
haven't looked recently.
all right. So you should be able to see Rolf the Younger in your character list
yeah.
now.
It's in my...
All right. So now it's either going to be Chunk or Hawthorne. Why don't you roll?
Chunk.
Aw, poor Hawthorne.
I mean, Hawthorne's great.
So roll a
That's great. And D2 here.
roll a d2, aka flip a coin.
No, I'm gonna roll a 2-sided die, and it's gonna go really well for me.
Mm-hmm.
I think. What'd I get?
2. We got 2. So
What's that?
looks like it's Hawthorne.
Oh yeah!
All right.
Elf
So
is-
here's your very fragile elf.
Good.
Hillary.
So delicate.
Okay, so the shadow is not part of the party. And there's our new party. So for today, Rolf the Younger, Hawthorne the Elven, Ingrid the Plain, Chunk of the House of Flunkins, Leanna Moneybags, and Thistle Turnipsworth.
So I get to be Chunk?
No, we're going to do 3 and 3. So you get to be,
you
I guess you get to be Chunk. So let me,
You
let
gotta
me
work on
assign
your
him.
dwarf laugh, man.
It's like a slightly uncomfortable pirate laugh.
Whatever, screw you guys.
You weren't ready for the Flunkins.
Yeah.
I didn't have time to, do my method acting. From
Oh,
Chuck.
the flunkiest.
It's okay. During the next break, just do a lot of chortling to yourself, and I'm sure it'll work.
Okay.
That's just gross at him.
All right. Well, we're gonna leave Rolf in his underpants because I think it's funny.
It is funny.
So the shadow here, we'll obfuscate the shadow in a cloak of darkness and hide him somewhere in the corner. There we are. Okay. So, is there anything in town that you goofballs want to do before you go out adventuring? You
buy new armor for
you might want to use some of Rolf's
Rolf,
money to
kiddo.
buy.
Yeah. Can we do a little reminder of where we're at?
Yes. Go ahead.
Oh.
No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, it's me who's doing
we can
reminder.
we can do
I
it together. I was just
thought
implying that I
I
wasn't
could-
paying attention last time.
I was also implying that about myself.
Yeah. There was a dungeon.
No, I totally know what's happening.
And well, here, let's go back to the map. Let's look at the map.
Oh,
the important thing to
that
remember is Owlbear.
owlbear.
Yeah.
Yeah, we killed an owlbear.
We killed Owl the monsters.
and some oozes. We killed some oozes.
Yeah, you went to Ooze Town. Actually, the ooze came from Ooze Town to you.
Yeah.
And tried to get the drop on you.
I was gonna try to say the word Exodus, but with ooze in it, like oozidus.
Exodus.
It didn't really.
Yeah, they tried to emigrate from Ooze Town onto the town of your face. And,
They made an oogsit. Oh,
That's more like a ghost, like an oogsit.
well, I tried. I tried 2 times. That's enough trying.
Okay. Yeah, you couldn't bear to try again. So hopefully we'll stop making bad owlbear puns by the end of this session, once we have some distance from that trauma.
Yeah, the owlbear puns need to come to a screeching stop.
No.
I will mention, however, that the Q&A thread for last
It was
episode
very solid.
is the most perfect Reddit thread possibly in existence.
Yeah, between sessions I was telling my family about the game, and my feather told me to stop making these puns.
I'm just gonna close my laptop.
You're just gonna
close
quit.
it.
It'll just be me and Andrew. Who can stand terrible puns the longest?
Oh, you know it's
I-
me.
I know it's you.
Is it though?
And
Is
that's
it?
what
I'll be there
became-
making them.
That's what became of the rest
Yeah.
of the session.
But I'm exposed to both of you like all the time.
All right, so the last session was pretty fun, kind of a hoot, and you fought an owlbear.
We were owling with laughter.
Oh boy, that's it. Enjoy the next 3 3/4 hours, everybody.
Well,
Is
Pull your
that all-
socks up, folks.
I mean, is that all you did? I think you're right. Might have been like I think fighting the.
Is that all we did?
Fighting the. It hurts. Okay. Yes, that is the only accomplishment from the last session.
because we spent approximately 1 hour both in game and actually setting up the most ridiculous trap.
Oh god, the
The
trap,
dating
that's why.
nature of
Yeah,
traps.
the trap took almost a full hour to like explain
To
and,
narrate.
and set up. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we did last session. P.S. I totally
Oh,
won the
boy.
betting pool on that.
Oh boy, I bet
Yeah.
everybody's really glad that they came to watch Dungeons and Dragons today. So, okay, all right, okay.
Okay, so
Serious
then
times.
following fighting the owlbear, we did have a conversation with the goblins.
Yes, yeah, the goblins, because they were like, cool, thanks for making a new cave for us.
And they had like new kobold hats. They were wearing like kobold skulls.
That's
and stuff.
right.
Yeah, a little
yeah.
kobold fascinator on Snot.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And he had some kobold
Right,
plates.
because kobold heads are smaller than goblin heads. Goblin heads are
Yes.
quite large. Okay.
Yeah. And they were like, oh, you fell for the trap we set for the... Didn't fall for the trap we
Yeah,
set.
I think that they had mentioned that it was a trap for someone else, and they were happy that you had recognized their sweet goblin trap,
Yeah.
and they were proud of you. And
Oh, yeah,
you,
and then we took the head back to town.
yes, yeah.
What else happened with those goblins?
I think that they just they told you had a short conversation with them about the other stuff to fight,
Yeah.
like where the orcs were, and they said to stay away from the hobgoblins because they have a deal with the hobgoblins.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, and then back in town, Ludmilla was all, and that gesture signified
That's right. Yeah, because she was like, I'm sure
proud,
the
but also
Castellan.
wistfully, like, I don't know, some kind of melancholy.
Oh,
She
you
had
could
some like adventuring envy.
Yeah. She was bummed because she wanted to kill the great owl bear, and did
So
not
funny.
have a chance. That's right. He took away her dreams. You harsh
In the like
adventurer.
poorly dubbed animation, she would, I am proud but also sad because I wanted to kill the owl bear.
Yeah.
I'm glad that the owl bear is dead.
Totally.
But yet this scar, which I received from an owl bear.
I am
Yeah.
having a feeling, or maybe two feelings.
Yeah. Let's narrate them.
Okay, cool. So that happened.
Oh, and there was a thing with,
Yeah, and Rolf
Rolf-
was part of a law conspiracy.
Rolf and Bogdan had a short conversation about, Bogdan ex Rolf, about like, oh, I'm wary of your companions. I fear for your soul, my brother. Be careful when you're out there in the caves, because they're gonna turn on you and stuff.
Yeah, Rolf being all, they will serve their purpose.
I'm just imagining them both in like Hulk Hogan outfits now. Brother.
Yeah, way better imagining that conversation as if it was Hulk Hogan and Macho Man Randy Savage having it.
Yeah.
So, how do you feel about those caves? Oh boy.
Brother. Just can't.
Well, that's
Those
headcanon.
companions of yours couldn't even rip off their shirts, brother.
Yeah. The goblins tearing off their spandex armor. Oh boy. Well, this is gonna be a silly one, everybody. It's gonna be a real silly
No, we're
episode.
getting our sillies out, and then it's gonna be
So,
really serious. We're gonna
bear
cry
with
this
us.
episode, probably.
Fuck you, Adam.
You
I'm
can,
gonna come to your house and just like
I know.
just throw something at
I
you.
know. Seriously.
Okay,
We're gonna
so
need to take
guys,
a 5-minute break. Yeah.
important points of order.
Yeah.
For Rolf, I have purchased new plate mail armor, new shield,
Brand shiny new plate mail armor. Yeah.
and a bunch of like food and torches and stuff.
Nice.
So I feel like we're pretty much ready to go.
Yeah. Unless
Okay.
we want to get blessed. But
Unfortunately, John was the bookkeeper, so I'm just gonna write like a tab at the bottom.
yeah, just keep a tab.
Okay.
That'll be fine. We have money.
Because I know that we've hit the point as a D&D adventuring party where any reasonable person would stop. They'd be like, yeah, we have enough money to like
Yeah.
retire, live on forever.
Glory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we're not reasonable people.
So the other thing is there's another money sink that the Carnifex or whatever, the high priest dude.
It's definitely not the kind of
not a Carnifex. He's going to
Pontifex?
maybe
curate.
that was the word I was thinking, but I thought he's a giant horrifying monster.
I fought one of those. It wasn't fun.
Yeah. Instead, though, that guy was willing to sell. It was to craft scrolls. They cost 500 gold per spell level, and they 500 gold per spell level, and they take 1 week per spell level to craft. So if you want to put an order in, now would be the time so you can come back.
Yeah, maybe we should put an order in.
He can make a scroll of any first or second level cleric spell.
Oh yeah, we can get ventriloquism back.
I don't think that's a cleric spell, but
It is not.
Well,
I mean,
maybe we don't need to bother.
Let me see. Are there second level? Oh, maybe there aren't any second level spells. Oh yeah, second level cleric spells: bless, hold person, and silence. 15-foot radius. In addition, cure light wounds, detect evil, detect magic, light, resist cold, remove fear, purify food and water, and protection from evil.
Those are all first level?
All those 8 are first level, and then the 3 second level are bless, hold person, and silence 15-foot radius.
Let's buy a whole person.
You want to get him started on a hold person spell?
Yeah.
That's gonna be 1,000.
It'll be 1,000 gold.
Gold.
It's gonna take 2 weeks.
Once.
2 weeks.
Yeah, he needs to start like
1,000 gold, and we use it once.
Use it once. Yeah.
Is that
Remember
what we
how
wanted?
badass it was last time?
It was really bad.
It was super badass.
No one else remembers other than you and me, Adam, because the only people there were you and me and Dave.
Right.
Okay, but yeah, hold person is an amazingly powerful spell.
It is. It's really good.
It's just like win this fight against one big thing.
Yeah, it's like a better version of sleep because it can work on tougher stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, do you want to spend 1,000 gold on that?
I think that's worth spending 1,000 gold.
Okay, sure.
I feel like,
you tab this session? You
Yeah.
Keep tab? Okay.
All
Drop
right.
down 1,000 gold. Also some
Cool.
prayers or whatever.
I will try to remember to mark off every time you sleep so that we can figure out. Oh, also, just, now that you've spent the gold, this world uses a strange way of measuring time. A week is 46 days long. Sorry.
Okay, great. Well, that's fine.
No, it's not. It's a 7-day week because I couldn't.
In 2 years, you will be able to cast this spell once.
Each
But if the
year-
person who paid for it dies, then the order it doesn't count. It's fine.
Yeah, it's a good racket this priest has. All right,
Or any priest ever. Okay. Yeah.
I'm square on like anything I need to do.
Okay.
Let me just double check on my stuff. Can I have my hit points back?
Yeah. Everybody has full.
Sweet.
Oh, excuse me. Everybody has full hit points.
Oh yeah, Hawthorne's got all 1 hit points. I'm gonna just do a quick check if there's anything that I seem to be way missing. Maybe we should like grab a couple more spears.
Damn, Rolf has 8 hit points.
Not for long.
Beefy.
Oh, what kind of bundles do spears come in? Does anyone have that just immediately available? I'll look it up.
What's that?
I'm looking at the price for spears and whether they're like per one or if they're in weird bundles.
They're 1. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. They're per individual spear.
And spear though, when you throw it, it's just gone, right?
Yeah.
Like all the other thrown weapons.
Yeah. As soon as a thrown weapon leaves your hand, basically it vanishes
It disappears forever.
into the ether. Yeah.
It no longer exists.
And now that Leanna's a cleric, she's using cleric weapons?
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yeah, she would have to.
That's me.
Yeah.
I'm a bag of money.
Are you using cleric weapons now?
Lady Moneybags. Oh yeah, you shouldn't.
No, wait, I have a sword, I think.
Yeah, I see a
Yeah.
crossbow.
Oh,
you
no, I have a
can't
mace.
use.
I have a
Okay,
mace.
good. All right.
Alright. Yeah, mace, you're good.
Yeah,
Oh, but I can't use a crossbow?
You can't use
No.
a crossbow. No.
You could get a sling.
Because it's piercing damage. Yeah, you have to switch to a sling.
I mean,
Death.
I follow chaos, guys.
Look,
Chaos.
man, all of the gods got together and they agreed that using non-bludgeoning weapons was bullshit. So
There's like a friggin' Geneva convention of D&D deities.
yeah, they were all like, "Whoa, hold the phone. Blood is gross. So only smashing."
We want you to crush a thing to death.
Yeah,
Come on.
crush it. Just smush it down.
Yeah, because no one bleeds when they get fucking have their head busted open by a mace.
Look, man,
You just want to soften them up.
medieval religion is all about those technicalities. That's the whole way it worked.
You can use a mace, a club, a sling with 30 sling stones, or a warhammer. Those are your options.
All right, well, I have a mace and a sling now. Sorry.
Okay,
I definitely shot the owlbear with my crossbow last session.
whatever, it happened.
The gods
It's
will
in the
forgive
past now.
you.
You were just learning.
Leanna had a vision that very night about how bad that was, that she did a good amount of
just
damage to a
serious
monster.
divine guilt trip.
Yeah. I don't know, I'll get a spear. It's like I want to get ranged weapons for Ingrid, but it's like there's no reason to do that. I should just not.
You want to get ranged weapons for Ingrid, you said?
I was like, I should get her another ranged weapon. I was like, that.
No, I mean, she's got a crossbow, right? It's literally the best ranged weapon.
Yeah, no, she
Yeah.
had a spear rifle for some reason.
No, you're good.
Cool. So I'm not gonna buy anything for her, and we're good on torches and rations and stuff.
Most like, yeah.
Probably. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, we're never away for very long.
Well, not so far.
Okay.
And then, you know, as people die, we just eat their food.
Exactly.
Or them.
Exactly.
Equally delicious.
All right. Well, would you like to return to the Caves of Chaos?
To yon dungeon, yes.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
All right, while we're on our way, we got to watch out for the spoopy forest tree king, though.
That's right. Yeah, avoid the Tree King. He's watching from on high. You feel his presence. All right. So mark off 2 days of your rations, and you make this now familiar trip. How many trips have you made back and forth now? Like half dozen, maybe more now.
I think so, yeah.
A lot.
You make
Gotta
the
be at
now
least
familiar trip
6
along
or
this
8.
road to the to the caves, leaving the spoopy forest and Campfire Hill behind you. So you arrive at the outskirts of the caves. It's early in the day. It's getting colder. You know, we're moving into late fall and into winter now. And the caves, when you approach, are quiet. A breeze rustles the trees as you approach, and the faint, sort of unusual smells that have been emerging from the caves linger in the air as you arrive.
So today our goal is to go to like the next level up.
It could be. We haven't really established that. There was some
a clear
discussion.
way to get there?
No, not that you can see. So from here, you can see the the various cave entrances that you've entered. The Kobold Complex up yonder, the Forbidden Cave over in the east or in the west,
And the Goblin Grotto.
the Ogre's Cave, and then the area you've seen the goblins coming in and out of this whole time. So you could climb up. Like, these aren't like necessarily like, you know, it's not like steps. It's vaguely stepped, but it's yeah, that's just how it. Yeah, it's just it's hard to depict that on the map without drawing over everything. You can climb up, but it's difficult for anyone who's like wearing plate armor and that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so the hobgoblins are like here, and the orcs are definitely here, and probably also here.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then over here is bugbears. We know there's also like gnolls, and there's also.
You've seen the owlbear was chewing on a knoll, though you're not sure where that. You have no idea where it came from. Sorry.
It's fine. So, yeah, those are what we know about so far.
Yes.
And we were encouraged not to mess with the hobgoblins.
Yeah, I mean, the goblins basically said, if you mess with the hobgoblins, you're messing with us. Like, the hobgoblins are your friends because they are our friends.
Yeah. Which means that our known choices right now are orcs or bugbears. We have a dwarf. So that's good at least. Because we've heard that the bugbears are afraid of dwarves. But other than that...
You heard a rumor that the bugbears were afraid of dwarves.
Yeah, we heard a rumor that the bugbears are afraid of dwarves. We also heard a rumor that there were cries of helpless maidens somewhere, but we have not encountered those as of yet.
Yeah, I'm sure those will last the several weeks that we have spent around here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What else have we heard? That these caves cause treachery amongst friends, and that also evil dismantles itself from within. So we should get everyone to just fight each other. Yeah. We've kind of been doing that, but we've also kind of just been exterminating.
I mean, you chose a side and allied with it. Like, you chose to ally with the goblins against the kobolds. But now you're trying to move up in society, right? You're trying to, like, elevate yourself to the next tier. Figuratively and
true.
Literally.
We are. We're trying to get to the next level.
Literally trying to do that. So, you got to be aware of the power structures from there.
What do you think,
what we're going to do is we're going to get some dynamite. We're going to go into the kobold caves, lay some charges, and then just collapse
the orc
caves into the kobold caves.
Cool. Did you bring any nitroglycerin with you?
Okay, no, they were all out at the general store.
If you wish to make dynamite, first you must invent the universe.
That's going to take way too long. So, second plan. What's our second plan, Andrew? That's not the imaginary one that you just.
Well, maybe what we should do is like take a look around these cave entrances and see if there's like a better way to get up onto the higher level cliffs and stuff.
Yeah, so Adam, what's going on like out like here, like way out on the edge of where this is drawn?
Where?
The edge of the drawn universe.
Yeah.
The western edge or
the western edge?
Eastern.
Oh, sorry, eastern.
That's where you came from.
I can't cardinal direction right now.
This way? That's where y'all came from. The hills.
Like, what are the hills like there?
I will do a little drawing for you of the like kind of macro of the area. So like this hill, if you were to follow it, would like slowly kind of like go that way and like flatten out. Same thing here, though it would be attached to the rest of the wall. Yeah. So if you go around, you might be able to get up to the higher levels that way. So if you go like, if it's shaped like a U and you go this way, that would be a way you could do it.
Yeah, because that's basically what my question was, is that, we could try to climb up, or we could potentially like
go over this way and come around.
Find a gentle slope.
Yeah, and slowly kind of like work your way up. Okay, yeah, you could do that.
I don't know. What do you think, Andrew?
That seems good to me.
And the intention then is to go to this cave entrance here?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, I think we want to do the easternmost one that's above the kobold caves.
Yeah, which is Orktown, but that's kind of how it's going to be, I guess. Yeah, I figure it's better going around there than just climbing straight up from like here or something, because then they'll probably hear us, and they'll also have like the overlooking height advantage to just killing us. So, yeah, our plan is we go, around this corner and like try to find an easier, less sheer surface climbing thing, because a lot of us are in plate now.
It's true. Many of you are.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is good for when we're fighting, but not good for now.
Okay. 1 second. All right, let me write down your turn indicator here. Okay, so you want to spend a turn basically going around and then coming up from where you're coming this way towards that cave opening? Okay.
Yeah.
Are you splitting up at all, or are you all just kind of like trudging up there as quietly as one can in full plate regalia?
I mean, I don't know that there's really anyone that there's worth splitting off and sending first. What do you think, Andrew?
Well, normally I would send the shadow ahead.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, exactly.
Well, Thistle's got some stealth skills, right? She's a halfling.
I mean, she's also on plate.
Yeah, that's okay.
Okay.
Outdoors, in underbrush or woods, there's only a 10% chance to detect them. Like, the thing is, like, halflings, it's not so much that you're stealthy, it's just that no one notices that you exist.
Oh, okay.
You
Okay.
get overlooked.
Um. So yeah, I guess we could send Thistle forward, and she's relatively tough. Um. Yeah, as to do a little bit of a scout and kind
Okay.
of keep the rest of the party around the corner here. While we do that, do you think any objections to that, Andrew?
No.
Okay, let's do that then.
Okay. So
So
the party's gonna be kind of like there, and then
yeah, the
this is
party's
gonna go
like
ahead.
here,
Okay.
like around this slight bend, and
Sure.
Thistle's gonna creep on up
Okay.
to the cave entrance and check it out.
All right, Thistle. Um, let me show you what you see. So again, because our mapper is in absentia, I'll show you your vision when you come to the cave entrance.
My vision.
Um, so we'll use we'll use the party to determine light. So that's what you can see. There's some like reinforced and carved tunnels. They look like they were like rocky like cave walls at some point, but have been carved wider and taller to a vaguely
Mhm.
sort of rectangular shape, reinforced with wooden beams. Um, and yeah, and you can see down this hallway. So as you like peer your little hobbit head around the corner, that's what you see.
So these are the most pro caves that we've encountered so far.
Certainly the most
We've
like
gone into.
crafted. Yeah,
Yeah. Um,
the kobold caves had a little bit of work, but this is definitely.
I mean, Chunk still scoffs at it.
he can't see you. He's not here.
He scoffs at the very
Okay.
idea.
Yes. I mean, I think a lot of people are scoffing at the idea of orcs, whether they should be or not. Um, so, is there anything of interest, like around the outside of the entrance to the cave? Like, is there any? A lot of the other caves have had random stuff. Well, not random, but have had stuff littered around the.
No, this actually looks pretty clear of miscellaneous debris.
And is there a path that goes between this and the? Is there a path like leading to it, or a path that goes between this and the other cave entrance? Because we saw some orcs kind of come out from there and watch us fight.
They don't
Kobolds.
use the outside to move around. The orcs hate being outside
Okay,
because of the
so they just
hateful
did that
sun.
one time when they came in to watch and laugh at us.
Yeah, they just walked from where they were
Yeah,
over to the entrance to watch. Yeah,
yeah. Okay,
yeah. There's no particular path.
or paths or anything.
Yeah.
Okay. Any weird smells or sounds?
Do you want to roll a listen?
Sure.
Okay.
I also want to roll smell, but it's not on my sheet,
Okay.
so I won't.
All right, Thistle, you spend a turn hanging out listening. Um, there's some if you listen, there's sound coming from the let's see, the west, I think. Yeah, sound here coming from the west. You can hear some miscellaneous like sort of clattering sounds, gruff voices from the hallway to the west. Does Thistle speak Orcish? Do you speak the
I
black tongue of the orcs?
don't think so. No, I don't.
Okay.
Hawthorne does, I think.
Okay, so no, Thistle, you just hear the like grating, sort of vaguely evil sounding guttural tongue of the orcs coming from the west in some direction, like some
Okay.
distance. It seems to be echoing, like there's like larger caverns beyond. You also notice, and you're not using a torch, so you only kind of get like a little bit of light coming through the wall, or through the entrance. On that wall,
The one in
there's
front of me.
yeah, directly ahead of you. If you squint, you can kind of see like there are alcoves in the wall, and like niches, but you can't see what's on them. They're objects, but it's too shadowy to
Okay.
figure out what's going
on. Great. And no alarming smells beyond just everything around here smells vaguely alarming.
No, nothing like the cave with the slimes or the ogre cave. No ogre stink.
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
yeah, none of that.
Great. I mean, there have been some important stinks.
Oh yeah, seriously, yeah. The smells are real. It's true.
Yeah, seems pretty real. Okay, I'll make my way back to the party and inform them of what I
Okay.
saw, smelt, heard, etc.
Okay.
Yeah, there's orcs in there. Should we go in? Basically.
Well, the whole point of coming here was to go in caves, so we have to go in.
Great, let's do it. I like that we have this conversation every time we come to cave. We're like, seems dangerous.
Should we go into these caves?
What are we here for? All right, let's do it.
I mean, the answer is always no. It's
Should we
terrible.
go into these caves? No. Are we going to go into these caves? Yes.
Yeah, most certainly.
Well, let's figure out a marching order, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll take you over to the marching order
Go on
screen.
into these caves.
All right. So which ways? We'll do facing like the characters are facing. So feel free to move yourselves around.
I gotta find where we are. Zoom way out first.
Yeah, you should be in the top middle.
Yeah. I just keeping like, everything is just graph paper. That's all I can see.
All right, well, Rolf can bring up the rear.
Mm-hmm.
I think Hawthorne should go closer to the front because she can speak
Orcish.
she can speak Orcish. Maybe we should put Ingrid at the back. We'll have our the muscle in front and back.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that sounds good. Protect Hawthorne and Leanna in the middle.
Yeah.
Man, we got a skeleton crew of 6 today.
That's right.
Yeah.
Technically, Rolf has clothes now, but it's funnier to keep him in his
It is funny.
skivvies. Yeah. Okay, great. So, Thistle and Chunk, you take the forward position and begin to advance into the cave of the orcs. Who's got a torch?
Oh, who should carry the torch? Probably. I don't know, what weapons are people using?
I think Chunk can carry the torch if Thistle wants to operate the 10-foot pole.
Yeah.
10-foot pole takes
yeah.
10-foot pole takes both hands.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess the question is, are we more worried about traps or just that we're going to fight orcs? Although,
yeah.
I'm kind of worried about fighting orcs. It's going to be very deadly if we fight orcs. So
I'm pretty worried about fighting orcs, to be honest. I'm like, so not having a shield seems like a big deal.
Well,
In terms of
I think we should be aiming to do
having
something horrible that
to
is
have a shield to be able to operate.
orcs.
We should have hired hirelings, is what we should have done. We definitely should have hired hirelings.
If only the Shadow were here to set one of his trademark traps.
Shadow traps.
Right? Well, yeah, like how trap concern.
Do we want to like set up an ambush for the orcs and lure them into it?
Oh God, no.
What could possibly go wrong?
I mean,
I'm not interested in that at all.
well, yeah. I mean, it's up to you whether you presuppose that you're going to have to fight the orcs or not. Now, the orcs have been intentionally hostile. They look like they were tracking you before. Remember, they were out in the woods.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't want to start stuff with them, but I also don't, I'm also not interested in any kind of setting up an ambush when we have no idea what the cave system looks like. We've only have a vague idea that there's an intersection.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like a real bad idea.
All right. Well, let's just take a closer look and then decide.
Yeah. So it's more a question of, let's see, I'm just taking a look at abilities and stuff. Like, I guess, is anyone, so I was going to find secret doors, but they're not good at like finding traps. Is that correct?
Right. Yeah.
Okay. Oh no, they have find traps. It's
Yeah.
just not better than anyone else's find traps.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, do you feel like it's important to be very trap wary? Are orcs trap heavy?
Yeah, I don't know if orcs are like consummate trappers the way that kobolds are.
Yeah, kobolds are all about traps.
Yeah. So it's definitely seemed important in the kobold thing, but it's more also who has a shield because they're gonna go down in armor class by like carrying torches or
Hmm. So maybe the torch is being carried by Leanna in her like weapon hand.
Okay. So you got shield and torch.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So Leanna has the
yeah. I
torch.
feel like it makes more sense for someone in the middle because we want the people on either end to be able to have their weapons more readily.
Fight with their
Yeah.
utmost zeal.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, let me just make a note on here that Leanna is the torch haver. Okay. All right. So you're gonna just explain to me. Tell me what you're doing. What is the party doing?
And so, Andrew, where we're feeling about this 10-foot pole business? Does anyone even have a 10-foot pole? First of all,
Never mind the 10-foot pole. We're just gonna
Okay.
walk in.
Okay.
because I don't have a 10-foot pole.
We're gonna be looking for traps, but we're not gonna be using the pole to feel for traps.
Okay.
Which is good because I don't think we have one. So yeah, I think our plan is that we're gonna, come in to the front of these caves here, come to the intersection, and I think probably veer to the right since I heard voices to the left.
Okay. So you get. Let me just clip into the wall there. Okay. So you get to the intersection, and some stuff happens.
Okay, great.
So you light your torch before you come in, and you start to move in. You see a little bit of movement on the shelf, and as you get closer, you see the shelves are actually covered in probably a dozen or more severed heads, humans, elven, dwarven, all in various stages of decay. Some are skulls. Some look like they've been severed recently. You see a number of like new additions that appear to be halfling skull or heads. And you notice when you look, like you notice a movement, and you get closer. You just notice that there's a goblin skull that's kind of like moving a little bit, like it's just been put in place and is like shifted slightly. And when that happens, you hear a shout from beyond the wall ahead of you, like through the shelves.
Yeah.
But there are people in the party that speak orc, right?
Yes.
Okay. Well, it's basically the orcish equivalent of now. And then you
great.
hear shouting from the right of you as you are charged by a group of orcs.
Sweet.
Yeah. So some
Well,
orcs
if we all
rush-
die, we all get to make new characters, which is
some
fun.
orcs rush out of the guard room to attack you. So let me just draw the rest of what you can see.
So did they have like a peephole behind the goblin skull?
So the actual description of it is that the orc they take one of the skulls out, and the orc just puts his head in the shelf and like watches.
Yeah.
Oh.
And if anyone approaches, they pull their head out and put a goblin head in place, and then call for reinforcements.
That's funny.
Yeah. So yeah, that brilliant tactical ability. I need everyone to roll surprise.
Yeah, you do.
Surprise!
So there should be a surprise option on your character sheet there.
Well, Chunk won't be surprised.
Everybody roll, and then I'll take you over to the encounter.
Where is the surprise?
It's down in your class abilities.
Okay. There we go. Surprise check.
Let's get my map here.
Hawthorne, who speaks Orcish, not as surprised.
Yeah, Hawthorne's like, oh, I see. Okay.
All right, I rolled for Chunk and Leanna, but I need to roll for Rolf.
Alright, so here's the outside. 10, 20, 30. And then 10 this way.
Is it a D6, Adam?
For surprise?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Is there not?
Okay, that 6 is for Rolf. He is surprised.
Okay. Why does Rolf not have a surprise option on his character sheet?
It just wasn't rolling when I was clicking
Okay.
it.
All right, that's fine.
You might need
Okay.
to regenerate that character sheet thing. Sometimes it just
That way. I think this is how that goes. Hold on, let me just double check here. 10, 20, and then 10. Oh, okay, no. This corridor is different. Okay. Zoop.
We are so dead.
yeah. We're all gonna get to make new characters. Isn't that fun? TPK. TP.
Okay, so
Okay, the shadow will survive.
Yeah, the shadow. This is the only reason the shadow survives anything is because we just remove him from danger. It's the best way to survive in Dungeons and Dragons.
here's where you're at. Actually, no, I guess you'd be here when the orcs spring their ambush. So let's see. Yeah, 1 to 2 is surprised. Oh, I see. Okay, someone in chat said 1 to 2 is surprised. The character sheet has an error where it shows unsurprised 4 to 6 as failures.
Oh, okay.
So,
So Hawthorne is
it's
surprised.
the other way around. Hawthorne is surprised and Thistle is surprised. Everyone
The
else is
opposite.
not surprised.
Okay,
Excellent. That makes a lot more sense. Okay,
so
let me.
almost nobody is surprised
Mhm.
except
Everyone but Hawthorne is fine. Hawthorne is surprised.
Hawthorne is surprised. She's like, no, orcs.
How is this? What? So a 6 guys.
6 is good.
Okay, so only Hawthorne's surprised
Yeah.
then.
Yeah.
You got it.
We knew this was coming. We were ready for this.
Yeah.
The only one who understands Orcish gets distracted by that and is therefore
Yeah.
surprised.
You're like, wait, I hear orcs. And everyone else is like ready for fighting.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me just, I'm just making a note of the orcs statistics here so that we can copy
There's
them.
just one orc, right? We're just gonna fight one orc.
Totally. That's what orcs are known for. Their solitary nature and lack of
They're like owlbears that way.
grouping. Yeah.
Well, some of them, they go one way or they go another way is what we've heard. Depends what kind of abomination they are. And if an
Okay.
owl lies with a bug,
Yeah, that's right.
that's,
All right. Cool. So let's everybody but Hawthorne, let's have you roll initiative, and then we'll take a short break, and then we'll fight some orcs. So go ahead and initiative there. Make sure you click you got it. You know how to do this.
I'm a little bit slower on my laptop.
That's okay.
Sorry, friends.
No worries. Orcs.
Grrr.
Grr. Orcs.
Grrr. Oh, Ingrid must have rolled really well. Yeah, 3. I mean, I've got what, like a -2 on my initiative?
Old chunky McFlunky. That's cool.
All right,
Nobody's
we're
rolled
very
over
much 3 movers.
So we
none
still
of us are
need
surprised, but we're a little surprised since
we still need an initiative for Rolf. But otherwise, yeah, we're ready to go.
All right, none of my character sheet stuff for Rolf is working.
yeah,
Okay, let me.
generate it probably. It might help.
He gets a 2.
Okay. All right, I will add him manually. Okay, so it looks like Thistle and the orcs are the first to go, which is appropriate given the direction. Can you see these orcs? Are they not the most amazing orcs?
They're quite good.
Here, I'm gonna replace one of them with the cool boss lady orc. They're so good. I love them.
They're very
Blue
good.
noses.
Yeah. All right, cool. So, yes, the orcs are going to pour onto you very soon. But before that happens, we will take a short break and come back for maybe character slaughter. Definitely orc slaughter, though. I believe in you.
Oh yeah, total orc kill.
All right.
Haha.
Stick around, everybody. We'll be right back.